Okay, so welcome to the I Beg to Differ podcast. We are on here tonight reviewing season 2 of Selling the OC, episodes 5 through 8. So I am Monica, and I'm going to let everyone else introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Candace.
And my name's Catrina.
Okay, and we're all three sisters, and we're doing this podcast. So right now, we're gonna be doing Selling the OC tonight. Like I said, 5 through 8. So basically, 5 picks up with them going on the trip to Cabo.
hmm
They're getting ready. Jason and his brother Brent, right?
Brett.
Brent, they're getting ready to get some listings in Cabo. There's actually a $2 billion project. So they're taking all of the agents, well, the selling agents, over to Cabo.
hmm
So it kind of picks up there. And what did you all think about Cabo when they first got there? Like all the
Well,
beautiful homes and stuff.
yeah. So I thought it just even them getting ready to go to Cabo. It was real interesting the stark difference between Austin and his wife versus Brandy and her husband. Like you can tell Austin wife does not trust
Oh
these
yeah.
women. She does not like him hanging out with them outside of the office. Nothing about you. Like you be getting drunk with them. It's inappropriate. And then Brandy's husband had to beg her to pack a swimsuit when they going to Mexico.
Yeah, that
So
was
Yeah.
I thought
different.
that was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
interesting, just how different. Like I don't know, and then maybe it's just a difference in
Yeah.
like a double standard for the guys versus the women. Like it seems like the women have to be more professional, and the guys are just kind of out here just doing what they want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it seemed like Austin liked the party too.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah, I think he likes the party.
But like I thought it was
But yeah,
interesting.
that was different, seeing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I liked
Yeah.
seeing
What
the
about you,
houses.
Trina?
It was interesting. I mean, I just like the
I
other
know
stuff.
Trina ready to get into the
Mm.
meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the houses were cool.
So,
I
of
thought the
course,
houses
when
were
they
cute.
arrived at Cabo,
hmm Go ahead, Monica. My bad.
yeah, they were real nice. They were beautiful. But yeah, so when they arrive to Cabo, of course, everybody got to pick their rooms. The girls are staying in one house, right? Their house is
hmm
different from the guys. And so the girls have
Mhm.
to pick their room. So it is some confusion there. I kind of felt like Alex started to kind of just take over with like, this is how the
hmm
room
Mhm.
situation gonna go.
Yeah.
But I guess she was trying to kind of help everybody pick the rooms, but it did lead to a little bit of confusion, I feel like, with her and Brandy. And then just as well as like, I guess the whole, was it her and Brandy staying in the room and Polly, or was it just her
Yeah.
and Brandy together?
It's her, Brandy, and Polly. So what it sounds
I
like is
kind of.
like they're different houses, but each house has 3 rooms.
Mhm.
I guess it's like villas or something.
Mm.
And so Polly's the
Okay.
one that says she wanted, I guess Hall and Brandy are the ones she's closest with of the girls. So she wanted them three to room together. But it was like Brandy and Hall
Mhm.
got no say so. Polly was just like, I feel better with
Yeah.
with Brandy and Hall. And then they was like, okay, that's what we'll do. Are y'all
Yeah.
okay with it? You know what I mean? It's like they never really got to say so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of missed that. I guess I felt like, I don't know, and maybe I wasn't paying as much attention to it in the beginning because I
hmm
kind of felt like Alex was just being kind of outspoken. But that makes sense now, though, about
Yeah,
that
she
part.
was, but
So I
then she
think
didn't
too,
have to keep like pressing Brandy like that. Like she was just doing too
yeah,
Mhm.
much.
exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. I just felt like, I don't know, Polly and Alex, they relationship just irritates me sometimes.
hmm
But I don't know.
But
But
they,
what about you,
yeah,
Trina?
go ahead, Trina.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like at this point with Polly and Alex, their whole relationship dynamic is
Mhm.
just weird to me.
Yeah,
But don't it
it is.
I
remind
don't
y'all
know.
of like Laguna Beach? Like it seemed like they all, I mean, we're in Orange County, I get, you know what I mean? But they all kind of like the show Laguna Beach. It seemed like they was intermingling, dating folks at the same time. And you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm just like,
Mhm.
maybe that's just
yeah.
the culture there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It probably is more like that California
could be.
type culture in certain
Mhm.
areas, I guess. You know, just a group of friends that kinda just everybody done dated each other and stuff.
Yeah. That ain't for me,
Like,
but if it worked for them, more
Mm-mm.
power to
No.
'em.
each his own.
No. So then, from there, that situation kinda got squashed or whatever.
Mhm.
And then they go to dinner. And at dinner, everything went okay. But what I kind of focused on at the dinner was Rose and Jarvis,
Mhm.
the mentorship.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick up on that last season. But that, of course, that was the first season. So I did not know that Rose was more seasoned than Jarvis in the industry. So that was kind of shocking because this season, kind of seeing Jarvis be more, I don't know, to me, she's just more professional and she
Mhm.
seems like very knowledgeable.
Yep.
I didn't even know that Alex had started before her in the industry. So what
Yeah.
did y'all think about that
Mhm.
whole dinner?
I think Oh, go ahead, Trina, you go first.
I thought that's what, 'cause I'm Team Rose. So I thought it was funny that she was over here trying to say that, oh, she didn't mentor me, and I'm like, yeah, Rose, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself because that girl over here trying to take credit like she just knew everything when she first got in there. No, she didn't. So she needs to stop trying to play them games with
I'm Team
Rose.
Jarvis, and I will tell y'all why. Now, I do agree that I do think Rose did help her out some, but I don't think Jarvis sees her as a mentor. Well, first of all, I think Gio and Polly are messy because they started this mess. And Jarvis's whole
Mhm.
thing was like, we door knock together. So pretty much all those listings that they were on, they both put in the same amount of work. Like they both were going door to door
Yeah.
together and getting those listings. Now, she did say that Rose did bring her on the one listing or whatever, but I kind of get where she's coming from. It's like she does bring her own stuff to the table. Was a lawyer, you know what I mean, or is a lawyer, she passed the bar or whatever. So she has different skills that Rose does not have with like contracts and all of that stuff. So she brings her own things to the
Okay,
table too.
I can take it.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like Jarvis a lot, especially this season.
Mhm.
Just seeing her being a little bit more mature and stuff. And just, it seemed like she got her head on straight, like for
Yeah.
her career.
But I will say I'm a little
So
thrown
yeah, I
off
definitely
where all of a sudden Jarvis is like not friends with Rose. That threw me off. Cause like last season it seemed like they were inseparable. Now
Mhm.
I don't know if she just didn't like
yeah,
how
it
they were
did.
portrayed and so she's trying to separate herself a little bit, but I was thrown off by that.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of threw me off too, I would say. I didn't think they were going, it was gonna be so much like shade this
You're
season between
right.
them two. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of what happened at the dinner. And then from there it goes to
Mhm.
Allie, which is the new girl.
Mhm.
She went home to visit her mom because, I guess she wanted to talk over her potentially moving to the OC
Mhm.
and just get her mom's feedback and her mom's blessing, I guess, too. And so that was, I mean, it was very interesting. I mean, when she said Tennessee, I kind of picked up on
Yeah.
that's probably, that house looked like a Tennessee house.
Mhm.
But what did y'all think about the conversation with her and her mom?
I just feel like
Yeah,
Allie is a producer
that's how
plant.
I
So
feel.
I mean they just
Yeah.
'cause ain't no way, Polly,
Yeah.
"Oh, I just saw
Yeah.
her at this listing or at this open house, and all of a sudden I wanna take her under my wing." The
Mhm.
producers told them to bring her on.
Just to
Yeah.
stir up some stuff.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah,
stir
I
up some
think so.
things.
I think too to kind of have like somebody fresh. Like I noticed how later on in
Mhm.
in the some of the later episodes, they kind of were like showing her the ropes, telling her stuff.
Mhm.
I feel like they kind of brought her on to
Mhm.
educate us some too, like about
Yeah.
when they were kind of telling her, oh, this is how you do a listing, this is how you price it,
Mhm.
all of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think definitely more like that. But it's gonna be interesting, I guess, to see what progress is with her.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's pretty much I mean not where season, but where episode 5 kind of left off. Did y'all have any more thoughts about
Mm-mm.
episode 5?
Not really. I think we covered everything
Yeah.
on 5.
Yeah. So now we can move on to episode 6.
Mhm.
So it kind of is they're still in Cabo.
Mhm.
Brandy actually meets with Kayla and they kind of sit outside and talk. And she wants to go ahead and switch rooms and go, and be with Kayla in her room because she just don't feel comfortable in the room she's in. But she's still giving her opinion too. And I kind of wrote that in my notes, like Brandy's opinion. I guess how do y'all feel about Brandy's opinion? Like, is it becoming too much, or is it something she should still keep touching on, or what?
I'm gonna let you
Trina,
go
you wanna go
first.
first? I think Brandy is fair in having her opinion, but I think at this point, Brandy girl, just don't be friends with them and just
Yeah,
leave it all, like leave it
yeah,
alone, because it has gone too long. Like we halfway through the season, still talking about the same thing we talked about in episode 1. Like just
yeah,
realize, okay, you have different values. You don't want to be seen with these people because you feel like you guilty by association.
Yeah.
Just don't be friends with them. You know what I mean? You don't have to be
exactly.
friends with them. You don't have to talk to these people.
Yeah,
Just be done. There's other people in the office. Lauren seems unproblematic, even though we'll talk about her in a little bit because I feel like she threw Brandy under the bus. Um,
yeah,
Kayla is pretty unproblematic. Jarvis, be friends with them. Be friends with,
yeah,
Jarvis finna be married. Maybe she got similar,
Mhm.
values. Alex, Hall, and Polly just
yeah.
ain't the friends for her.
Mhm.
No, no,
I mean, at this
definitely. What about
point,
you,
I get
Trina?
where Brandy coming from, because at this point she's a married woman on the show, and she's seeing that
Mhm.
they have to kind of like some side pieces, like, just to put it the nice way. So at this
Yeah.
point, I'm kind of just team Brandy. And Polly, I
Yeah, I
think
ain't
she's
too.
extra. I think she still likes what's his name, and I don't know why they like him because he ain't that great looking.
Yeah, the more I looked at him, he really not
Yeah, so
attractive to
Yeah,
me. He looks like a
I
typical
don't
yeah. I
like
don't
know.
know why they like him so much.
he ain't
He ain't
ugly,
my
but he
type.
just not all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's not. And what did y'all think about when Brandy touched on the jacuzzi party? That was kind
Now, Brandy, girl, I love you, but we not giving an accurate description. Now it was jacuzzi party, but you about they was topless and stuff. Like,
I'll
I
be
mean, what are
honest.
they
I
supposed to
don't know
wear in
yeah,
the
what they were
jacuzzi?
doing in
Like
the
they had bathing suits
jacuzzi.
on, right?
Like they could have cut some. They
Now
could
was
have cut out
Austin in the
some
jacuzzi? Because
footage. We
I
don't
feel like
know.
Austin was in the jacuzzi.
yeah. It showed. I think it showed him being in
Now
there.
Austin shouldn't have been in that jacuzzi. Never
Hmm.
mind. I'm with Brandy. I'm with Brandy.
Yeah,
They look
yeah,
being too friendly with married men again. Nah, I'm with
Yeah.
yeah.
Brandy. Separate yourself,
Exactly.
girl. Because
Yeah,
next thing you know,
yeah,
Austin and
Hmm.
his wife gonna be getting a divorce this off
I can
season.
see it. I can hardly see it.
yeah. Exactly. He should have saw what happened to Tyler and kind of knew to separate himself.
Mhm. But the thing is,
But
I think Austin, not saying I don't want to come off bad, but I think Austin's wife is a stay at home mom. I don't think she
Hmm.
ready to divorce you, if you know what I mean. Whereas Brittany Snow had her own
yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then let me see what I had on here next. Oh, so Tyler's explanation of the poly kiss, it just sounded so not good to me. Like when I think she asked him like, "Do you regret it?" And he was like, "No, it was just two friends that were drunk and made out." Like, why wouldn't you regret making out with your friend when you're drunk?
Right.
Like,
When you just get
like that
out of
was
Mm.
your
something I,
marriage.
yeah. So I thought that was just like a lot of bull. And then I feel like Alex just goes along to
Yeah.
get along with him. Like I would have called him out on that.
Alice gives pick
Yeah, what y'all think?
vibes.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Like she'll just
Hmm.
like, I don't know. It just I don't know. It's just weird. I just don't
Nah.
operate that way,
Mhm.
so it's just hard for me to even find any sort of understanding with her.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I don't understand her at all. What about you,
Yeah, it's just
Trina?
hard
I
because
already
you
told
wanna
y'all I
try
don't
to, but
like
you just
her on the
can't.
show at all. So like I really don't have an opinion about this lady. Like to me, she's a homewrecker. So I don't really like to talk about people that do that to a marriage. Like you knew they were married,
Mhm.
and you over there putting his
Exactly.
Yeah.
nose up in your mouth. Like that's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Exactly.
It's not even sanitary.
It
She
really
knows.
is.
Mhm.
And so from there, we go to the yacht. They get on the yacht. They kind of are looking at the homes that they'll be potentially selling. And then it's like a talk. It's more clicked up once again. So you
Mhm.
have like Polly, Alex, Tyler, and Austin, and Rose comes over to talk with them.
Mhm.
And they're kind of talking about the whole Jarvis dancing with some married man at the club the night before. Um, they also are talking about Jarvis has been engaged 4 times. Like just really just whole just Jarvis bashing. It
Yeah.
almost starting to give to me Polly like as you mature as a woman, sometimes you'll see girls that are younger than you and like in their prime, and you kind of just don't really like them or just try to comfort them. Like she giving me those vibes. I think
Yeah.
she's a little jealous of Jarvis because Jarvis is much younger than her in the beginning of her career, so she has a lot to grow on. That's what it's giving me with Polly and her issues with
Mhm.
Jarvis. Just a little bit of jealousy to me.
Mhm. I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think you hit everything with that. It was just like, why? And then the whole thing about she was recording her and trying to claim she was
Mhm.
Yeah.
like recording the whole thing. Like, no, you weren't. And then got mad that Jarvis
Yeah.
snatched the phone and deleted the video. Like, you
Mhm.
shouldn't have been
Exactly.
recording her.
No. Because she probably didn't want her man seeing that video if she was dancing with somebody. Of course, they never said she went back to the room with the man or nothing. So
Right.
obviously it was just a dance. So it's like, of course she wouldn't want her fiance seeing that, you
Exactly.
know. So I don't know. They just give me like they such a little clique.
It's a few of them, like a few things I just don't like about neither one of them, and neither one of them makes sense to me. Um, Basically with Polly, I think Polly is just jealous of Jarvis in the way that she's very pretty. She looks way better than Polly, and I think Polly is very envious. And I think with her, I feel like that's why she's always up in Alex Hall's butt, and then she's
Mhm.
also trying to sit here and try to make nice, but then she's trying to add an extra person just so she has somebody on her side.
Mhm.
So like I just think she's messy.
Yep.
And then I also feel like Jarvis on the other hand, I don't know, because they keep talking about she was married about like 3 or 4
That's what I
times.
was gonna ask y'all.
And with the whole just looking at her man, like she mad at Alex Rose for giving her opinion about her man. I don't get mad at her for giving the opinion. You wanted your friend to give opinion. She thought y'all was friends, and then now you gonna talk about y'all ain't friends. Like, girl,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I felt like I like Jarvis, but I didn't like that about her. But I don't like what do her being engaged other times have to do with this engagement? I don't know. I
Exactly.
didn't
I
understand
think
that.
Polly
So
just jealous.
I think they trying to say that she is a gold digger. Um, I think that's what the insinuation is at this point.
I get, but she never married any of the other ones. It sounded like so.
Yeah, so that's what they're
Yeah.
insinuating at this point.
But I agree. I didn't really like her getting mad at Rose because, like, see, I don't like women like that. That you can't tell them like your opinion. Now, I
Mhm.
don't know. Maybe I don't know because it don't sound like anything's wrong with the fiance. Rose just think
Yeah.
he's not that attractive.
Yeah, and I've
So I
had
mean, that was kind of rude, I guess.
plenty of people I done dated and people said they weren't attractive. But if they attractive to you, you shouldn't get offended. Maybe you don't find that man attractive and you
Yeah,
just dating them now.
yeah. I feel like if it was a one time
Yeah.
comment, then she shouldn't be acting like now she keeps bringing this up. That's another thing. Like if Rose kept saying stuff
Mhm.
like that. But if it was like a one time comment, which is what it sounded like, I feel like Jarvis kind of overreacted in that. Cause she really throwing
Yeah.
shade this
Yeah, that's
season.
true. Yeah, that is true. So the next scene, they're somewhere else now. I didn't even write down where they were. And Kayla kind of accuses Alex and Tyler of making out.
Hmm.
And now I'm gonna go ahead and say, to me, a kiss on the neck ain't really making out. So I think Kayla kind of got this one a little wrong
Hmm.
here. But maybe she saw something that they didn't put on camera too. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it
yeah.
was
Yeah.
something that we
Yep.
didn't see on camera. So,
I don't
that's
think she
why,
lied.
so
Yeah.
I don't think she lied.
yeah, I
I
think like
think
I
they
said,
cut the
unless she saw
footage.
something that yes.
They cut
Hmm.
Yeah.
that footage
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Cause why they keep sneaking
Mhm.
off in private
Yeah.
anyway?
because they don't want to get
Yeah.
caught. He's not legally
Yeah.
like a divorce. So to
Hmm.
me, you're still married.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Kayla did see something, and like y'all said, I don't know, they didn't want to put it out there. Production, for whatever
Mhm.
reason, cut it out.
Mhm.
Or maybe they didn't get it on camera,
Yeah.
maybe it was when the
Mm.
cameras were down or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I think
Mhm.
they was kissing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then from there, they go over, I think they're starting to have drinks or whatever. And then Alex and Brandy kind of have a little confrontation.
Hmm.
Um, and I felt like it was one of those moments where once again, Alex was being rude and like overbearing. And, somebody called her out because it started with Kayla.
Hmm.
And I think it's actually started from what Kayla was saying about the whole making out and different stuff.
Yep.
And then from there, it led to Brandy jumping in because she felt like the way she was talking to Kayla just was not cool.
Hmm.
And I feel like from there, of course,
Get
Alex went into typical victim
the
mode,
hands started
aggressive black
going.
woman,
Hmm.
how like, a
Yeah,
lot of
but
times in black women we get portrayed as being aggressive.
hmm
So, it's like, oh gosh, here go her with this crying and all this stuff.
I did
So what did
not.
y'all think about that?
Trina, you want to go first, or you want me to
I
go?
sure do.
Okay.
So I think Alex Hall was gaslighting this Brandy because it's funny to
Mhm.
me that she can sit there and be aggressive, but like I ain't trying to
Mhm.
make this no race thing, but it's like what like why are you trying to make it seem like with this black woman that she's aggressive because she gets up talking about, oh, you have your whole body, but oh, you were sitting over there trying to gaslight her to do
Mhm.
something, and when she gets up and she's not even trying to throw hands or anything, she's telling you how it works in the hood, like, and then you gonna sit there and act like, oh, she was gonna hit me, she was gonna hit me, and no, she was not gonna hit you. She was not
Mhm.
gonna hit you because she's
Exactly.
classy and she ain't trashy. So no, she is
Trina.
not finna hit you. So don't even try to do that, miss, because we not playing them games, Karen.
No, I agree with
Yeah.
y'all completely. And it's like Alex, she got to talking with them hands. And everybody knows,
Mhm.
like, you don't know, like, especially like in the black community,
Like,
you can't
yeah.
get to talking with your hands and doing all that in your people face. Like, you don't do that. And so Brandy was just trying to
Yeah.
tell her, like, girl, don't be talking with your hands. You know what I mean? Because I
Mhm.
don't know where your hands
Yeah.
finna go next. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Exactly.
Brandy like stepped forward for a second, then she immediately stepped back. Immediately. You know what I mean? And then
Mhm.
for Alex, like, oh, what are you gonna swing? Are you gonna swing? I'm like, this
See,
bitch
see,
here.
see, that's a stereotype right there.
Yeah.
Right there for black people.
Yeah.
Because every
Hmm.
time we get up, they think that we're gonna swing. And that's not the case.
Yeah, and I could tell Brandy was so
Mhm.
like taken
Taking a
aback.
bet.
She's the only black
Yeah.
person on this, trip at least. You know what I mean? I don't know if she's probably not the only black person in office, but at least that's a
Mhm.
cast member of this, franchise of the show. And so I think she was just really taken aback. Like I thought we
Mhm.
were
Yeah.
friends before. clearly we weren't if she thinks these things about me. You know what I mean? And so just the
Yeah.
microaggressions just jumped out. It was bad. It looked really bad on Alex's side. And then you saw none of the girls were on Alex's side. But then the guys were
Mm-mm.
like
No.
validating her. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
y'all
Yes.
weren't even there for
Yeah, I
the
think it
whole
was even one
thing.
moment. Yeah, I think it was one moment where Austin kinda, like, turned his back to, like, Brandy and, like, tried to cover, Alex, like,
I missed
kinda,
that
sorta,
part.
like, like, trying to block, I guess, like, if she was gonna hit her, like, trying to block it or
So
whatever.
this is my
Mhm.
thing. If
It
you
was too
gonna talk
much.
this mess, then you be ready to square up. Because at this point, if you gonna talk crazy and then think that I'm gonna swing on you, then learn how to box.
Mhm.
Because people, it's not even a race thing. Like if you do that to some people, like you don't know these people on the streets. You don't know
Mhm.
half of these people. Like it could be just anybody, any
Yeah.
color, any race. And you talk to
Yeah.
them crazy and they had like let's say like a bad day and you talking to them like that, they gonna swing on you. Like
Yeah.
you can't put your hand in people's face like that. Like it don't even work like
Yeah.
that.
And then my thing with
Yeah.
the whole situation is like Brandy has never shown us that anything like she's aggressive or like that she would
Mhm.
be violent or anything. And it's clearly just
Yeah.
because she's black that Alex went there. Like if Polly stepped
Yeah.
in her space like that, is she gonna ask Polly that?
No.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But it to
Yeah.
me it's just like why even gaslight somebody? You didn't try that with Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't try that
Yeah,
with Kayla last season.
that whole scene, it really pissed me off, honestly,
I
Yeah,
with
don't
yeah,
him.
that was
know,
a mess.
but I'll be honest, I don't know, I may not even watch the show depending on, if they do a next season. I
Mhm.
would rather watch the original one because it seems like I just don't like them. I don't like Tyler, I don't like Polly, and I don't like
Mhm.
Hall. So all three
Trina,
of
like,
them can go
I don't
kick
like the main
rocks.
cast.
I don't like them, but I can watch Brandy, Jarvis, Rose, all the other ones. Oh, and not
Yeah.
Austin. I don't even want to
Yeah.
deal with Austin, but I could do Geo.
Mhm.
I could do
Yeah, I do
Geo.
like
But the
Geo.
other ones, I can't deal with them. Like they
Yeah.
start stuff and they don't want to finish it.
Especially if the next season's gonna just focus on them, kinda like this season basically did. I don't
Mhm.
want it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Me either. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of where episode 7 kind of comes to, I mean, episode 6 comes to an end.
Mhm.
And then we go into 7. And in 7, Brandy is having lunch with her sister. And I do like the way Brandy kind of brought up her husband being in the NBA and how they traveled. And
Mhm.
she actually did live in France for a while, because I felt like that was kind of condescending too when Alex said, well, go to France, like almost insinuating like you can't really afford to go to France, but you need to go to France and see this is how we talk,
Yeah.
or whatever. So I was kind of
Mhm.
glad when Brandy brought it up, like I've been to France, don't assume because I'm black that I haven't been overseas, so but the lunch with her
Yeah.
sister went really good and she was able to vent to her sister. And I was kind of glad this season that they showed more of their relationships outside the office too. So what did y'all think
Mhm.
about her sister?
I like the sister, but I felt it was very
Yeah,
telling for production that she had to go all the way to Los Angeles to have this conversation. They didn't have nobody of color or nothing that she could sit down and have this conversation with that's actually at the O group. So it had to be her.
yeah,
She had to go all the way to LA and talk to her sister just to get this conversation on
yeah,
camera. I feel like they ain't got no black people in production. They can't have no black
yeah,
folks in production because
Mm-mm.
this was just like it was just bad.
I'm gonna be honest. It's just giving horrible vibes. I would rather them
Mhm.
brought back Cell in Tampa instead of this one. I think they should have just either made the cast more of a melting pot, more
Mhm.
diverse, or just don't even do the show.
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. I agree with
yeah,
that. Yeah, but
yeah,
I liked her sister, and I felt like it was good for her to have somebody to talk to about it. But I just wish they could have had somebody from the O group for her to talk to about it,
Hmm.
yeah,
or even
yeah,
like
that's
if
true.
it wasn't like somebody from the OCO group. like Chelsea or somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Chelsea got a
Yeah,
little black one over
yeah, yeah. So the next scene, we go to dinner with the new girl, Allie, Polly, and Alex. They go out to dinner. They kind of, in the beginning, the first thing Polly says is like, she's like one of us. I don't know what one of them is, but if she's like one of y'all, then she's not my type. But yeah, so she kind of brings that up, and then they have dinner and they kind of try to get her to kind of hear their opinions about people and different stuff. So what did
Hmm.
y'all think about the dinner?
You can go first, Trina.
What y'all thought about it?
I ain't like the dinner. I'll be honest. Any of the scenes that Alex Hall is in, I just don't even want to deal with her.
Mm-mm. I just didn't like how they were being like messy and like talking about like Jarvis and stuff. I just
Mhm.
don't like it. I just like don't be trying to like you ain't letting this girl form her own opinions about folks. You trying to like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, influence her before she even really gets to know everybody separately. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That is kind of true. I feel like I don't know. I just like I think Polly trying to like bring her over to her side, and it'd be
Mhm.
this whole thing.
Yeah, because they ain't got nobody
But
on their
so the
side.
next thing, exactly, that's true. So then we go to Gio and his mom. He's getting these IV vitamins and stuff, and they kind of just have a little quick conversation. So it's nothing major, but it was
Yeah.
good to like see his mom and kind of just, But his mom was pretty
No, I like
cool.
his mom.
Um, so yeah, I kind of was expecting her to be like a female Gio, but she don't give me them vibes.
Nah, she be
So
chilling.
so yeah, that was kind of like a little short scene. Y'all got any feedback on that one?
Nah,
Mm-mm.
not really.
Yeah, it was
It was
pretty
just
short.
nice seeing
I
his
do want
skin.
to try the IV vitamins one day, but I bet they're expensive.
I don't know how it's just they be having them somewhere. I don't know. I be scared to let anybody put something in my veins.
Yeah, that's true. And then from there, Austin and his wife go out to dinner. And I think I definitely put in my notes about, his decisions and considering his family because he kind of was just like, oh, we're going to go
Mhm.
to Cabo or, whatever. Like, kind of not even getting
Yeah.
his wife's, opinion. Like, it kind of bothered me. And I kind of feel bad for her because it seems like she's left at home a lot with the kids. But even when he's there, like the one episode, I don't know what episode it was, but like the
Mhm.
little girl like started crying in the living room or something. He kind of just stood over in the kitchen, like he don't really seem like he be present. So I just kind of thought that dinner
Mhm.
was interesting too, with him like kind of just telling his wife like
Yeah.
his plans for Cabo, but not even considering her feelings. So what did y'all think about the dinner?
Yeah, I don't like him. Oh, he
Mm-mm.
not
Yeah,
I don't like how he moving. He's like, "Yeah, I told him that I'd be interested or like I'd do it or something talking about going to Cabo to run the Cabo office or something." And she was just like, "Huh?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
what?" You know what I mean? Like we didn't discuss
Hmm.
this. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
And then he act
Exactly.
like it was going to be cool for him to just be gone for weeks at a time and stuff. And
Yeah,
she like, "What?" To go to Cabo, he was like, "Well,
yeah,
I went to New York." I'm like, "This is completely different, and you know it." He gonna be in
exactly.
Cabo cheating on her,
Yeah, he seemed like he definitely don't
Mm-hmm.
consider her feelings are the best interest for the family.
and I feel like he's very manipulative. I feel like he kind of holds the money over her head. You know what I mean? Because they
Mm-hmm.
start. I think this scene where they're talking about like the preschool or whatever costs and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And so I
Mm-hmm.
just, I don't know. It just something I don't trust him. I don't know. I just think he holds the money over her head because it seems like she's a stay at home mom.
yeah, yeah, for sure. What did you think about it, Trina?
I don't like him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, I
just
knew
saying,
that's all.
like most of this cast, I don't even like. Like the only
I
ones
knew
I
that's
kind of can deal with is just like Rose, Jarvis, Kayla,
and Brandy
Brandy. That's
Yeah.
really about it.
and
I don't even
Geo.
want to deal
I
with
can
them.
do a Geo.
Yeah, I could do Geo, but the
Yeah.
rest of
And that's
them,
it.
they just little place markers for the show. Like they
Mhm.
don't have nothing that's
Yeah.
worth it, and I don't even think they should be on the show. They should be recasted and booted like they did Housewives when they had to do some of them and recast them. I think it's time to recast
Yeah.
these people because
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
some of them ain't living the way that they supposed to be living
Mhm.
and gotta go because I don't even like what's his name Tyler
Uh-uh.
because he done messed up my girl from Pitch Perfect. So I'm always gonna be on her team. So yeah, he's a cheater. So I'm not dealing with these
Exactly.
folks.
So,
I'm not dealing with these people.
I feel
But
you.
yeah,
it is what it
it
is.
is a very interesting bunch. So then from there we go to a showing where Jarvis and Kayla kind of take Allie to a home and just kind of show her, a listing. But they do touch on the fact that she went to dinner with Polly and Alex. And so basically, I thought it was very interesting when Allie said, "Yeah, I asked Polly like why she didn't like you, and she couldn't even give me a reason." Which I
Mhm.
mean is like I think Allie's starting to see like that's more of the messy bunch
Yeah.
than these girls over here. Cause even Kayla brings up, like women shouldn't be tearing each other down, like, all of this stuff. So I
Mhm.
think she's starting to see like what side she probably need to lean towards in the office since now they trying to do this whole pick a side thing
Yeah.
when it's not even Kayla them doing it. It's literally Polly and Alex. So
Exactly.
what did y'all think about the showing and their conversation about the dinner and stuff?
I mean, I think Allie is like you said, I think she leaning towards Jarvis' side. Not that they have to pick a side, but I think she kind of seeing what
Yeah.
Polly's doing. Cause she even brought it up to Jarvis,
Yeah.
like they said this about you. Oh, that the whole her real name is Rachel thing. We forgot all about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It is like,
Yeah, I forgot
so
about
you
that.
ain't never heard of somebody going by their middle name? Like, okay.
People do that a lot.
Like, okay,
I
like
know a lot of people that don't care for their first name to do that.
right. So why are
Yeah.
we doing this? You know what I mean? And so she brought that up. I think once they said that at
Mhm.
that dinner, she was like, they just messy. You know what I mean? So
Yup.
She
Yup.
told Alexandra Jarvis about that and stuff. So I think she's realizing that like Polly them are just messy. And she basically said that, like, I hear them say stuff about people, and I'm
Mhm.
like, if they're saying this about this person, well, what are they gonna be saying about me? And that's fair for her to think that. So I think it was a good
Yup.
bonding moment for Jarvis and Kayla and Allie to have. I think we finally gonna get a group that ain't scared of Alex Hall and Polly together. So I'm all for it. What you think, Trina?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, what's that beeping? But anyways, I think I'm just team anything Kayla on. I'm team Kayla. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kinda
Yeah.
how I feel
Kayla, she
too.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, and so because from there, then we go to the whole team meeting with the two brothers, with Brent and Jason. And Polly like announces that she's having this party. And my favorite part was when Jarvis said she's not going. And she just came out and said it. And she told her what she had said about her. I was like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
this is good. But so that just really stood out for me. Like,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
appreciate Jarvis for just finally just calling them out in their face. Like, I'm all for just putting it all out there.
yep. And then from there, they go have a little conversation after the meeting. So, what did y'all think about that whole thing, the conversation, the meeting, all of that?
I'll let Trina go.
Not even necessary. You don't like her, so it is what it is. Like you don't like her,
Exactly.
she don't like you. Just let it be. Be
That's my
cordial in the
thing.
office.
It's like
Mhm.
if you know you don't like her, why does it bother you that she don't want to come to your party?
Exactly.
Like you've been talking so much
Exactly.
crap about Jarvis, but now you're bothered that she doesn't want to come to your party. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. I just feel like Polly always looking for something to
Hmm.
start up, to
Yep.
stir up.
Yep.
Like, she just one of them people that ain't never satisfied with it being no drama.
Mm-mm.
But she'll act like when somebody bring it to her, like call her out, she just, oh, why? Like, why are you doing it? But it's just like you do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So then from there, we have the vote for Allie. And my thing with the vote for Allie was just Geo was just all over the place. Like, I don't even know, why are you threatened by a female? Like, you're a male. You automatically have an advantage over her. Why are you so threatened by this girl? Like, it don't even make sense. So what did y'all think
Yeah.
about that? The whole vote, and Geo and all that.
I didn't really get the whole voting on it thing. Like, why it matter?
Yeah, me
Because from my
either.
understanding, they only really come in the office to film the show. Like, they
Yeah,
don't really come in the office like that. You know what I mean? When the show's not filming, because you don't have to
yeah,
really come in the office as real, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You do your work. Everybody's showing
hmm
it different houses. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna get out of coming in the
yeah,
office together? So it's just like, I don't know. I felt like Jason just did it for the show. Again, like I said, I think
yeah. More for the
production
show.
forced them to
Yeah,
bring that girl on.
hmm
So
yeah,
and so I don't get why Gio
yeah. I
cares.
think exactly. I think they wanted to show some Southern roots also, letting Jarvis expose this season that she's from the South. And then now you have Allie that's like a pageant girl from the South. They
Hmm.
wanted something a little different, I guess.
Yeah.
And then from there, that episode, the last part of it is the whole kissing video again. And then it leads to like basically everybody about walking out and Tyler. Oh, and then so that was the part where you felt like Lauren throw Brandy under the bus, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just led to a big old thing. So y'all give y'all thoughts on that because I'm just so over it. I'm gonna let y'all give y'all thoughts on them with this video stuff.
So I was very confused where Lauren's loyalties lie. Cause I thought her and Brandy were close, but it seemed like she threw her under the bus. Cause every time Brandy has one of these like lunches and stuff, it's her Lauren's there. Like it was like Lauren Kayla and Brandy and Lauren Polly and Brandy. So I'm thinking, oh, Lauren and Brandy must be kind of close. But she threw her under the bus with this video. Now they directing the bad energy to the wrong person with this video thing. And why is it that serious? Y'all already admitted y'all kissed. So y'all just wanted to be mad
Yeah.
at Brandy. Just call it what it is.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I felt like I guess they saying Lauren told them that Brandy said she saw the video or something. I don't know. But it was
Yeah, I
just a
couldn't even
whole
understand it. It was
mess.
so
And
all over the place.
Lauren ass just sitting there like a deer in headlights, like, huh? What? Huh? Like, girl, you weren't running information back. Say what you said. She was making me
Yeah.
mad. It's like you finally get a chance to talk and you ain't got nothing to say.
Mhm. What you think, Trina?
I'm just tired of the
I know it
whole
was just
thing.
all over the place, that part.
They just
Yeah.
keep bringing the same thing up, and it is getting boring to me. Like,
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's been the same two things. And it's like the exact same drama. You know what I mean? It's like when
Mhm.
Chriselle and Christine was fighting, we was getting new information every episode. This the
Tell Bubba to
same
fix
stuff
the
we've been
phone.
talking about since
Tell him to fix
episode
the
2.
phone.
hmm
It's in the refrigerator. Yup. Yup. That is true. That is
Yeah.
so true.
I'm just
Yeah, it
tired.
was just yeah, I was tired. I was over it at that point. And then from there, that's really where episode 7 ends. We roll into 8, and 8 was ugh. 8 wasn't even great at all.
Mm-mm.
So 8 goes with Tyler stopping by Alex's house. It seems so forced. Um and then from there, her family's over there, all of this stuff. So y'all got any feedback on that part? Because it felt so forced.
no,
I do
I'm over
not
it.
think that her son borrowed that watch. I think you know what I think. They was doing some things and he left the watch on the nightstand. I don't think her son borrowed that watch. Don't be lying.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's all over the place at
Mhm.
this point. I was just like, it felt so like forced. Like, oh, I'm gonna stop by and your family all over here. Like he knew
Yeah.
the family was there.
Exactly.
Yeah. What
They get on
about
my
you,
nerve.
Trina?
Y'all know I don't really care for these folks, and I don't even know how they keep giving them scenes.
Trina
I'm just,
says no
I'm just so
comment.
Exactly. Yeah, and then from there we go to Rose's demo event. Once
Mm.
again, it's another confrontation with her and Jarvis about the whole business partnership. What were y'all thoughts on that?
So that was weird to me because I guess Rose's thing was that Jarvis's fiance wanted to do business with one of Rose's clients and she felt like Jarvis should have told her about that. It's like, what does her fiance's business have to do with Rose? Like, why does she need to tell her this? She ain't keeping tabs on every little thing her fiance does with his
Exactly.
business. And I heard her fiance got a lot of
Yeah, that's
money.
kind of how I felt. I don't think they were coming for her client. I don't
Mm-mm.
think so. I think it was more just a business thing.
Jarvis don't even come off
Yeah.
like that type
What
to
about
me.
you, Trin? You got any thoughts on that?
Mm-mm.
What you say,
I
Candace?
was just saying, I don't think Jarvis comes off like that type to like try to steal clients to me. That's just me though.
Yeah, I don't think so. And so then after the demo event, we have Alex and Brandy. They do a quick sit down
Hmm.
at one of Brandy's listings. And they basically, to me, in that scene, just agreed to not be friends, you know.
About
And I think
time.
too, Brandy realizing like you were never really my friend. I think Alex kept throwing the friend in there this season just to try to do damage control on
Hmm.
her the way she acted this season.
Yep.
You know, when she was in the confessional. So I think she never considered Brandy a friend because last season I didn't think they were friends. I don't really remember. I have to go back and rewatch last season, but I don't remember them filming together a lot.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
I
they
don't
were
know where this whole
friends.
friendship, but maybe it sparked after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sit down, I thought, it was just basically like, hey, like we not friends and we okay with it. Move on.
Agreed.
Y'all, what do y'all got any feedback on that?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I'm proud of
Yup.
Brandy about time because, honey, I've been tired of this dragging this thing out. These folks clearly don't share your values. You need to let
Hmm.
them go.
Exactly. Yup. And so that was pretty much the end of that part. And then from there we roll into Polly's birthday party. I don't even really have nothing to say about Polly's
Me either.
birthday
I
party.
zoned out. I don't
I
even
just
remember what
Mm-mm.
feel like
happened.
it was the same
I'm good.
energy. Like it's always about Polly. It's always, Polly wanting to show out, like show off herself
Hmm.
and flirt and be silly. And you did have Allie come to the party. Um, Sorry, we have a extra guest right now. But you do see like just a big mess with Allie. So Allie came. I think Gio wanted to pull Allie to the side about this whole you joining the agency and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And so it was just a mess. So I didn't really write much notes
me
about
either.
it because then y'all know from there it kind of ends the show
Thank
with the
goodness.
whole Alex and Tyler, and it kind of just made me mad how they ended the show. I was very
Yeah,
disappointed in how the show ended. So,
yeah.
what is y'all feedback on the whole Polly birthday, the whole ending of the show, all of
I'm
that?
just happy the whole thing over now.
Me too. Cause boy, they drug us out. Now I will say the second batch was better than the first batch of episodes. Like the last half
Yeah,
of the season was definitely better than the first half, but they drug it out. Like they could have like I don't know. I just and then to end it with that, like we knew
yeah,
they probably is Landon still around? I don't want to
yeah.
say
But he
bad
like
words
into this
near him.
tablet. He's into this tablet.
They probably been fucking the whole season. And so,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so.
I don't like how they edited it, try to make it seem like, oh, it was this revelation. And then even when he was
Mm-hmm.
explaining how he liked her, it was like, I didn't think I would like you. Like, huh? Like, I
He's
didn't think this
awkward.
would go anywhere.
Yeah, it
He
sounded like a
awkward.
bunch of mess.
It sounded like a
It
high
sounded like a
schooler.
mess.
He awkward.
Yeah, it sounded a mess.
What'd you think,
Yeah, I was very
Trina?
disappointed in how the show ended. I wanted
I
to
was
find
just
a happy ending
happy
for everybody.
once it got to the Polly scene. I kind of just fast forward to see if there was anything else left, and then I didn't even watch the rest of the show
Trina.
because she wasn't even worth it.
I was just like, I am over it. I was
So,
so over it, just like y'all.
so
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much where it left off.
Mhm.
Um, Not very happy, but hopefully next season will be better. Maybe they won't focus so much on Alex and Tyler.
Yeah.
So
mhm.
let's do a little like Q&A at the end. Nothing major, but we'll just go around and I got like two questions.
Okay.
So if you had to buy a house in Orange County out of this from one somebody from this team, who would you pick?
Brandy.
And I guess I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, Trina said Brandy. Okay, go Candace.
Um, I- my gut is telling me Brandy, but Brandy or
Yeah.
Jarvis.
I would say Brandy or or Kayla.
But I
Brandy
would
or
want to give
Kayla.
Kayla the sale, but I feel like Brandy and Jarvis have a little bit more experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. Mine was Brandy or Jarvis. Yeah. I feel like probably I would just go with Brandy just
Same.
because
I would go with Brandy because she black, and I'm
you
gonna be
know,
honest.
yeah, I try to support, black owned
I'm gonna
businesses
be
and
honest.
entrepreneurs. So I probably would go with Brandy. Um,
But also
and
because I
then
feel
my
like I
second,
relate to her
oh,
the
go ahead.
most. I was gonna say I feel like I relate
Yeah,
to her
yeah,
the
I relate to
most.
her
And
too.
you want to relate to your realtor, you gotta go
Yeah,
see these houses with them. You gotta they gotta see your
yeah.
financial information. You want to be like you want to be somebody you comfortable with.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And who did you say, Trina? Oh, yeah, Trina said Brandy too. So yeah, I think mine would
Hmm.
be
Mhm.
Brandy. Okay, so you going to Orange County and you hanging out. Who are you hanging
Hmm.
out with? I'm gonna say I'm hanging out with Kayla. I just feel like Kayla or Jarvis. That's who I'm hanging out with.
Brandy.
Brandy ain't no fun. What are we doing?
Brandy,
Are we trying
okay.
to go to the club or are we
Cause I'm
trying
gonna
to
be
like
honest, I'm just a laid back
Just spending the
person.
day,
Cause I
like just hanging out, spending the day.
I'm going with Brandy. Brandy or Kayla.
hmm
Yeah, I'm going with
I'm gonna
Kayla
go with Kayla.
or Jarvis. I'm about 50-50 on Kayla and
But
Jarvis.
I don't know.
Because I feel like shopping, I would have fun with Jarvis.
Yeah. But
But
Brandy
hanging
had
out,
a cute
Kayla.
little what's that little 50 bag her sister was picking at? I don't know.
Mhm.
I might have to pick Brandy. The 50 bag might have got
Yeah.
me. Because and then also because she's a
Oh,
mom too. So I don't know. Maybe we have but no, Kayla's a mom
yeah.
too. But Kayla's son is like a teenager, so it's different. I ain't at that stage yet. See, you can relate to Kayla more
Yeah, that's
because you
true.
got a teenager.
Yeah, I can relate to Kayla more. Yeah. And I would say definitely if I'm gonna hang out with Jarvis too, I know she can tell me where I can get some southern cooking from in that area if I
Mm-hmm.
can find it. So cause she from the south.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I just want to do that at the end. But that's it. I mean, do y'all got anything else?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'll talk about what I want to see in the next season just real fast. Like we said, less of
Okay.
Alex Hall, less of Tyler. I'll be fine if we don't see Tyler at all, honestly. And Austin can go, Polly can go. I want to see more selling houses. That's the frustrating thing. We keep showing houses, but hey, I want to see some more selling the houses. Tyler had them listings,
Yeah.
them houses had they sold the $39 million
Oh
house or
wow.
whatever he had. So it's more selling houses, and I want to see more of the girls, the nice girls, hanging out in the camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe we can give Lauren more than two
Yeah.
words this season. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you? You got anything, Trina?
Nope, cause I'm about to go cook.
You about to what?
Go
I'm about
cook.
to go
What
cook.
Trina? Ah, yeah, I'm probably finna go get me something else because I ate a late
Me
lunch
too.
with led me not eating dinner, so I'm probably gonna get a snack. So,
I feel y'all.
but yeah, so that's it, y'all, for today. We do not have what we're gonna be watching really next. I think we agreed on Married to Medicine and something else.
Yeah,
I
but I
don't
don't
remember,
think
but I know
that
y'all are still doing the challenge,
yeah, I don't think
right?
Married to Medicine
Okay.
and Real Housewives of Potomac comes until November. So we may see if we find something in between, but if not, we got other little stuff we can sprinkle in.
Yeah, I think it's something starting soon. I'll have to look and then we can get
Mhm.
together. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And we'll go ahead and do our outro. So I am Monica. You can find me on Instagram at Monica Rose Lifestyle.
My name is Candace. You can find me on Instagram at Simply Candace.
My name is Katrina. You can find me at Katrina_lovable on Instagram.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.